I have a quote here from you, and it says, "To keep things fun and interesting, I like to gamify the writing process. I try to set up small goals and milestones for myself on the way to the finish line. Recently, I hit one of those milestones and crossed the 30,000 word mark of a new novel. Time to celebrate." Can you tell us more about how you gamify your writing process?
So what I would do back then, I think what that quote was referring to was on my website, I would release little tidbits of the novel. So I would I didn't want to talk about it too much, ahead of time, because number one, things can always change as you're writing, and number two, that kind of gave me something to look forward to. So when I would get a few, 10,000 words in, 20,000 words in, I would release little location reports, just about areas where the book was set. And, that's simultaneously fun for me, and it also helps build excitement about the book, as people are starting to see he's in China and there's a bullet train, and now he's visiting this, jungle in Vietnam, and, those kinds of things. So that's what that quote was referring to. Really, it was more about communication with my readers, and because they do, your readers are a source of inspiration. Not inspiration in the sense of, hey, do this, do that, but just knowing they're out there and knowing they're excited, and waiting for this next book. That is a huge, lift for me anyway. So I would kind of parcel it out, so that I could kind of sustain myself. It's not as hard for me now that I've done it more times, but in the beginning, and I think that quote was around my second or third book, and so that's really helped me keep the enthusiasm up and keep going.
Yeah, I would imagine so, because I'm sure we all have days where we're like, oh, I don't know if anybody cares.
Yeah.
And then when you find that someone does, it does inspire you to want to do, okay, cool, well, they care, so then maybe I should
Absolutely.
care too.
It makes all the difference. It's huge knowing that someone is excited, for what you're doing.
And someone sent you like a silver wolf with piercing blue eyes?
Yeah.
It's beautiful.
I wish I could send you a picture of it. But yeah, so one of the...
It's on your website, I think.
Oh yeah, it is.
Yeah, that's how I saw
website.
it.
There's a book in the series called Cold Kill. It's another novella. The Caine series is kind of split into novellas and full-length novels, and the full-length novels all move forward sequentially in time, but the novellas jump around. They're set in different periods. Like some are set before the novels, some are set when he was still with the CIA, and one of them involves him in Siberia in the tundra, being hunted by these Russian commandos, and one of them is called the Iron Wolf, and he has this wolf necklace, and he's a cannibal. If he wants to basically catch Caine and eat his heart, because he believes that that's how you absorb the power of your kill.
Oh gosh.
So this guy in England really loved that book, and he was inspired to create that wolf's head, and he was sending me pictures of it as he was doing it. I was just floored. I was like, wow, that's amazing. I never thought he would send it to me. I mean, he's in England, I just thought he was showing me what he was working on, and I thought that was great. And then when he finished, he said, okay, so what's your address? And I was like, well, why? He's like, I'm going to mail it to you. I'm like, dude, I'm in the US. You can't do that. It's fine. He's like, no, I made it for you. And he was very insistent. So I gave him my address, and he shipped it to me, and it's in my office.
You said you have it as a reminder?
Yeah, I mean, it's to my left, so if I look at that, I know there's at least one person out there who is excited enough about my books to do that. So that's it's pretty inspiring.
It was stunning.
Yeah, it's really beautiful, and then the eyes light up. There's a little diodes hidden in it.
Oh, I didn't know that part. Wow, that's really cool. How has your gamifying your writing process changed over time?
Well, I don't think it's as important to me because, like I said, now that I've done it more, I think now for me the game is more, just finishing, just going along with the book and finding exciting new things that maybe I hadn't thought of originally. I think where you divert from your outline is just as important as following it. I think it's good to have it, but when better ideas come, you need to feel free to, go off and pursue them. So I think for me now, it's more about just trying new things, and I started a new series. Actually, I just finished the first book in a brand new series that was written in a different style. Like the Caine books and the Talon books, which are the sci-fi books, those are all written in third person, omniscient. But this new series is first person, present tense, so it has a kind of film noir sort of quality to it, you know, but it's in space. It's a science fiction, but with a kind of Chandler-esque, you know, vibe. So just trying new things, just keeping it interesting for myself. And, you know, I don't think that gamifying is as big a deal anymore, but it's still always great to hear from readers and to know that they're out there and interested, you know, in what I'm doing.